Just jumping on now. Okay. Are you staying or you? I'll be half an hour.
All right, yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. How are we all today? I am here to hopefully inspire you to take some good care of yourself. If you are a business person, and you are struggling, just going to cut when you join in. I'm here to give you some ideas about what you can do to support yourself. So I'm going to pull a card for today's session and hopefully wait until a few people might pop in and say hello. If you are around, say hello. And if you're on the replay, hashtag replay, so I know you've been to visit. So I am working with these beautiful cards called the Enchanted Map. And I like to use cards just for some inspiring, reflective thoughts or some guided information just to get the ball rolling this morning. Ooh, and this one is all about home. Now, to me, home is around our home within, what is happening within our home or what is happening in our broader sense of our home. So it's all about looking what's in behind the doors and what's in what is in our home that's providing us with goodness, that's providing us with nurture. Is our home a place where we want to be? And when we are thinking of the home within, that is something that we each and every day have to put some energy into. So as a business person, we need to make sure we are looking after ourselves. My new enjoyment in the morning is to wake up and go for a walk. And I was inspired last week when I was in Melbourne with my daughter, who's been going for a walk for an hour every morning. Good morning, Jenny. Hello. Thanks for joining me. So let's know, Jenny, do you walk every day? What do you do to look after your physical health? That is something that is really important, because if we're not physically up and high vibe, well, we won't have what we need to keep doing all the tasks that we need to do in our business every day. Jenny, where are you listening from? Because I realised last week I connected with a lovely lady and she was in a different group. So I'd love to know where you're listening from. And let me know. I will be pulling some oil cards for anybody who is watching. So let me know. I actually might type in the comments, would you like a card? So let me know if you would like a card pulled. And I work with beautiful Young Living essential oils, and that's what keeps me well-oiled, happy, and up to speed with what I need to do to keep my energy and my vibrations high. Yeah, you have a dog, fantastic, and you do training with your mum once a week. And I was so go to Pilates. I also go to, oh, you are like miles ahead of me. I have a big garden, Jenny, and I spend a lot of time in my garden, and sometimes I think I'll just get the mower out. It's a different kind of exercise, but it still is exercise. Or I might be digging, or I might be weeding, or picking apples, or whatever I'm doing in the garden. That helps with the movement. But I've just recently taken on going for walks in the morning to keep myself on the go, which is absolutely fantastic. So, so everybody, everybody's going to relate to different things of what they're going to do that will keep them upbeat and functioning. The other thing that I love to do is, and I've got my little grandson here who's buzzing around with his truck. I'm not sure if you can hear him in the background. Don't know, go out the back and call her. She might, I don't know, you'll have to call her. So we're just in the middle of a swap over of my grandson. My daughter's just been to Pilates, and I had him for half an hour or so. So, oh no, it was a bit over an hour actually. Anyway, So now here's an oil that I would take if I was, looking for increasing my vitality and awareness and awakeness. Peppermint oil is a great oil for people who like to work out. It's a good oil to apply on your body before you go for a walk or do some exercise. It's also another really good oil to put in your drinks. So I don't know whether you've heard of putting oils in your water. So I love to pop just one drop in my water and I stir it around. And sometimes I'll have that in a glass of cold water, or sometimes I will make a herb tea and put a little bit of honey in it. So peppermint oil is going to help you wake up, or in the diffuser. I forgot to turn that on. In the diffuser, it is fantastic to have in your workspace because it's going to make you come alive. It's a really good oil for activating your brain and keeping you wide awake and alert. So just smelling this oil, and when we smell oils, they go in through the receptors of our nose and go right through our system and into our brain, and they have a really powerful effect there. So if you are halfway through the day and you're slumping, or if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you're feeling a little bit, not actually, motivated and awake and aware, you can start using some peppermint oil to support you to stay awake and aware during the day. So let me know, anybody who's watching. It looks like a couple of people are here. Let me know if you would like me to pull. What I do is I pull out an oil and I have a conversation with you, and I hope to give you some inspiration for the day. I also have an essential oil wisdom group where if anyone's interested in learning about oils to support you with your business, you might like to come over and join my group where I educate you around oils and talk about lots of a whole array of things we talk about in my oil group. So if you are interested in learning a little bit about essential oils, you're more than welcome to send me a friend request or come on over to my group. So intuitively, I'm going to I've pulled out the card home. We're talking about our home today, and talking about our home, our inner home, and our home that we're living in, and what we are doing for looking after our homes and keeping ourselves working at more than 80%, so that we can keep high vibrations and learn to look after ourselves. Business owners really need to make sure we're looking after ourselves, because we don't get sick pay. We can't take the day off and get paid. If we take the day off because we're not well, then we've got to play catch up. So it's really encouraging to make sure you are keeping yourself high vibe. And the oil that I have pulled out this card is Bergamo. Now, Bergamo is a great oil to help you feel encouraged. So if you are feeling sad, if you are feeling that the world is against you and you're not running on that, high vibration of joy and happiness, Bergamo is a fantastic oil to put in your diffuser or to put on your wrists. And the affirmation you can say with this one is, as my heart opens, love and light enter. And we all know about the energy of joy and gratitude and happiness. And when we are running in a state of happiness and joy, we are going to find people are more attracted to us, rather than, somebody who's really grumpy and down and out and hasn't, we attracted to people who have the high vibe energy to keep us going. And that's another reason why these oils are so fantastic, because they just help that energy of high vibration and keep us going. So Young Living is a company that I found in 2010, and why I love using these oils is because I know what they've done for me in my life. When I first found Young Living, I was finding that I didn't really have what it took to stay high vibration and healthy and happy, because I was going through some, I'll just call them, not so good times in my life. And when I started using these oils, they actually supported me to energetically stay more balanced, more calm, and they helped me to detach from the situation that I was in at the time. And I just started sharing them with family and friends, and they started loving them. And people started saying, "Guess what? I used this oil, and this happened. You'd never believe it." And now I've got to the stage that people contact me and say, "Kay, you won't believe it. I used this oil for this or that." And it just disappeared, or I'm finding that I'm getting better sleep, or I'm finding that I'm more aware, I'm more awake. If you've got a family and you've got young children, essential oils in my world is a must, because you can use these oils as a ritual in at night time before you put your children to bed, and make that part of your beautiful ritual. When my children were little, I used to read them stories before before they went to bed, and that was our ritual. I didn't know about Young Living when my children were young, but when my grandchildren are here, I will pull the oils out, and they love that, to get a little. And it only takes a couple of minutes. A lot of mums say, "Oh, there's no time in the day," but you can just pull an oil out and just rub some oils on their children's feet, and it helps with that unwinding at the end of the day. It helps with that feeling that they're being nurtured and cared for, and you will find that your children will start asking for the oils before they go to sleep. Or you yourself might need some oils to help your mind unwind. So if you've got any things that are going on in your life that are hampering your ability to stay strong, and hampering your ability to be consistent in business, or hampering your ability to stay alert, you can find that you can pull an oil out, and it will really help you to ride the tide of those challenges. And they're a very powerful way to switch your life around. Another thing I do is because I'm very proactive about my well-being, and I would rather stay ahead of the game about my health and well-being. So this is something else I will take daily. These are little sachets, and we also get them in bottles, and it is full of healthy fruits in here, and they're all cold pressed. The whole of the fruit is cold pressed in, or pressed into like a compote, and they are very, very nutritious. Great for eye health, great for all the organs in your body. So I will I will so often, if I'm out and about, I take these in my bag, and always have some healthy juice. I don't have to grab juices when I'm out and about, or I will often put them in a thermos and add some water to make a long drink, and sip that throughout the day. So every day I have a dose of my Ningxia Red, and I know that I'm getting lots and lots of good nutrition and high antioxidants, which support the protect the free radicals that are in our body. So in our world, we are all compromised with the food we're eating, because a lot of our food isn't coming from very fertile ground in the farms, and we're not actually getting the nutrition our body needs. Hence, when those things go down, our health suffers. And who wants to be going down that track of ill health? So we're better off to do what we can to support ourselves, rather than go backwards. So that's another thing that I will use with Young Living. And there's essential oils in those as well, which adds just the most yummy flavour. Absolutely fantastic. I also work with colour. So I do colour readings for people. So I draw a signature piece of artwork for you. I give you essential oil recommendations. So if you've come to a standstill in your goals, or if you've got something going on in your life that you are grappling with, and feel that you need some support, or you want to open the door to nail what it really is that's stopping you from moving forward, you can have a discovery call with me and see if you would be interested in taking a full session. This is some of the type of artwork that I do. These I work with colour, and I bring in the color that is supporting you. And I have this knack of being able to say to people, what is it that you need to free yourself from, to unlock, so that you can, once you unlock whatever it is that's blocking you, you can open the door into moving forward. And after a session with me, you will leave feeling free to move on. You will be feeling empowered, and you will know exactly what you need to do to move forward. So that's another service that I offer. So if you're interested in something like that, reach out. And I'm not sure. It looks like someone might be watching me. So if you are watching, say hello. I'm usually love to pull some cards for you. I work with essential oils, and I help you to get sorted in your business goals so that you can be upbeat and onto all those tasks that you need to do. Some other handy things we have with Young Living, I'm going to just show you some different things that a lot of people love to use. And this one is called Stress Away. Now, Stress Away, who doesn't need a little bit of relief of stress? And this is what I would do with this one. I would just simply rub it on my temples. And I also like to put it on my third eye. You can put it a little bit on the top of your head, which is a high energy place as well. You can roll it down the sides of your neck, and you can even put it on your wrists. Now, the smell of this is just absolutely heavenly, and it just makes you go, oh, life's not so bad after all. So if you are wavering with that, high tension, things like that, or the workload that you've got is very demanding, you can use some Stress Away to help you come down off that feeling of being in overload. Here's another one that is fantastic. Great to have as we're going into these cooler months. And if you are struggling with your breath, if you get, a little bit congested in your nose or in your lungs, Breathe Again this is another one that is in a roller, and you can roll that down the side of your neck or put it on your chest, and it will help to open up the airways and help support your breathing so that you know that you are able to breathe freely with no constriction. So that's a handy one to have on hand. And I always recommend that there's quite a few oils that are really good to have on hand just in case. So I don't reach for anything that's going to stop my sinuses. I'd rather reach for something that's going to open up the pathways and help that clear breathing to come through. What else will I go on to? Let me think. What about this? Is a beautiful spray that we have. This is called Thieves, and I like to use this. I take this when I'm out and about, so it's a good way. It's got some very powerful oils in it, like clove, eucalyptus, lemon, and rosemary. And you can spray this on the handles of the toilets, or if you're out and about and you've spilt some coffee on you or something on you, we use this as a spot cleaner, or it's just nice to spray in the air. It smells really stunning. It's very protective and very supportive. And we also have that in a little 5 ml bottle as well, and that's one that we will put on our feet. So putting oils on your feet is a really good way to support your health and well-being, because the oils will go right through the bottoms of your feet. You can cover all the reflexology points on your feet, and then the oils get distributed throughout your bloodstream. And that is a good reason for you to make sure, if you are using oils, that you are using a good quality oil so that it's actually 100% pure. And just because it says that on the label doesn't actually mean that it's 100% pure. It actually means that it will have a percentage of 100% pure oil in the bottle. But unless you know that you're getting your oils from a reputable company, it doesn't necessarily mean they actually are pure. So that's why I love Young Living, and they're the oils that I'm talking about today, because I've actually been to their farms. I've seen their farming practices, how they're grown. Everything's organic, everything's sustainable, and they're very, very particular about how they distill their oils so that the nutritional value, or the compounds that they need in the oils, the therapeutic value is very high with our oils. And because we use them to support ourselves in so many ways, that we need to make sure that we're getting the quality in the oils so they'll do the job that we're looking for. I think I'm going to wind it up there today, and I'm going to thank anybody who's joined me, anybody who is watching the replay. Could you just put hashtag replay in there? And before I go, I'm going to mention, make sure you're drinking water, make sure you're getting some exercise, make sure you have got gratitude happening in your world for what you do have. Make sure you just be persistent with whatever you're doing in your business, and reach out to me if you feel you would like a conversation, or if you would like to join our Oil Wisdom group on Facebook. Come and find me and come and join our beautiful community so that you can make sure you're upbeat, revitalized, and reinvent yourself through the joys of Young Living beautiful essential oils. From my heart to your heart, I hope you have a great day with your business goals, and I hope it's very productive, and I certainly hope it's very abundant. Thank you very much.